everyone, and welcome to the very first witchy slash bujo type video that I'm going to be doing. I decided to start doing more witchy slash tarot type videos because I don't know, it's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's something that I'm pretty passionate about. So what I wanted to do was talk about the old tarot deck that I used to use, and then show you the one that I'm going to be using in the foreseeable future. So this is the deck that I started with. This is the first deck that I ever bought. I did not buy it in Barnes & Noble. I actually got it at I think I got it at a street sale of some sort. It came in the box. It was complete, you know, it was pretty much perfect as it is. So we're going to open up this box. I've seen this for sale on Amazon and in a couple of other places, and the box is a lot smaller. It's like half of this. So this is the old giant box. Like, this is old. I don't know exactly how old. Maybe it says around here somewhere. No, it doesn't say. But this is the back of the box, in case you were wondering. It has the Fool, the Sun, and then some flowers from it. And it's got a couple of the cards on the back. And it says it's created exclusively for Barnes & Noble. So this box was for Barnes & Noble. So let's open her up. When I got it, these were loose, so it had been used. So I was not the first person to use these, and because I was a young child, I was around 15, 16, 17 years old, so I didn't properly cleanse these when I got them. I just started using them. So let's put these guys over here, and see, it comes with the booklet. And that's it. There's nothing else in here. This doesn't even come out. Okay. That's a horrible noise. I'm sorry. Okay, let's put the box over here. And here we have the booklet. I think the book is also smaller nowadays if you buy this deck. It's called The Art of Tarot by Liz Dean. I think it uses the Rider-Waite method. If it says here 2001, so that was 17 years ago. It has the introduction, and as you can see, all of these are all colored pictures. I'm not sure how it is in the book now. Part of me kind of wants to buy the new one just so that I can see it. So we have 3-card reading, 7 cards, question and answer spread, Celtic Cross, weekend ahead, and then it goes straight into the major arcanas, and it tells you keywords and then a little bit about what it means. Like, this is I didn't use this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not use this book when I got the cards. I used my intuition almost exclusively. It wasn't until I started doing this again that I wanted to try and get the meanings down. So, I don't know if these are in order. Well, they're probably not now because of the way that I pulled them out of the box. So, let's look at the cards. And we're going to have the cups first. So as you can see, the cups are this pink-ish watercolor type of look. I'm trying to get it so you can see it. The paintings are pretty, I don't know, I don't know what you would call it exactly. Not exactly realistic, but sketchy, I think. And around, I'm not sure if you can see that, but around the edges here, it's got like word clippings. I'm not exactly sure what it's clipped from. And then we have on the back, you have the cups, swords, pentacles, and the wands. The cardstock is pretty standard, I think you would say. It's flexible. I'm not sure if that's because of age or if it's just that way. I think it's age because the place where it's flexible is right in the middle. They're pretty big cards, or maybe that's just because my hands are tiny. But the reason I got new cards was because these were too big for me, and I was having trouble using them now that I'm older, and I haven't been using them for a while. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I really like the distribution of the cups on these. It's very uniform. I really like that. Then we have the page. He has words in his cape. Like, that's a big motif of this deck. Then we have the knight. You can see the words on the horse. Queen, and the King of Cups. So this is the entire suit of cups. They're pinkish. So they're pretty much the same. The cardstock is the same, everything is the same. It's just that it's the pentacles. We have the King, the Queen, Knight, Page, 10. It's not as neatly distributed as the cups, I think. A 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and ace. So all the pentacles, they have this little red around them, and the card itself is yellow, and it's still got that watercolor faded look. I'm not sure if the faded look is the age or if the new ones look like this as well. Very likely that it's probably fairly discolored because they're 17 years old. Here are the wands. This is a very young looking king. Queen as well. The knight looks like a child. Page also looks like a child. I like his cape though. And then I don't know what happened here. I think it got stuck to one of the other cards somehow a long time ago. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 5 is a different color. Yeah, it's the only one that color. Okay. 4, 3, 2, and an ace. So the 5 is different for some reason. And the wands have a green beige hue to them. And now we have swords, which are a purple to pinkish watercolor. So they have the oldest looking king, queen, knight, page, and then you can see the colors changed. It's not the same. I'm not sure if that's because of age or if that's just the way the cards are. Not all of these are the same color, so I think it's age. Because I don't remember getting them wet. But I wouldn't put it past myself. And these ones are more blue. This one has a bend in it. There's the suit of swords, and onward to the major arcana. These are not in order. Or in backwards order. Okay, so we have the Fool, which I think it's a card that was on the front of it when I first saw it. So the Magician. Lights are evil. The High Priestess. The Empress. I'm having so much trouble just getting this in frame. My elbows hurt. Been out all day, my hands are tired. This is out of order, but we have Judgment. The World. I'm sorry if you wanted these in order. It's just not happening. Temperance. Death. Oh no, that's the Devil. I'm dumb. Tower. A Star. The Moon. I really like this card. Sun. Wheel of Fortune. Strength. The Hanged Man. Here's Death. I really like this card too. It's one of my favorites. The Emperor. The Hierophant. Say that wrong every single time I say it. The Lovers. Chariot. Justice. And the Hermit. So as you can see, these cards are large, at least to me. I'm not sure if they're large. I think this is the standard size for tarot cards, but as you can see, I have little hands. Shuffling is impossible, at least that kind of shuffle. The only way I could shuffle them was, you know, this way, and I never felt like shuffling them that way was did the job. And I don't know why there's some black edges on them. Not sure. I've been told that I could trim them, but I don't think these are trimmable because of how much space the whole image takes. So if you buy these and they're this size, you probably can't trim them. You would have to completely trim off this part just so that it looks uniform. Maybe this, probably leave it like that, and then just this part is all that there is. But that's a lot that you would trim off. Well, yeah, these cards have been with me for years. I used to have a really good relationship with these cards, but I stopped using them after I got married because, I don't know, I just never got around to actually using them again. So I lost the box for a while. But when I finally decided to not use them and get a new one, I miraculously found the box. So these guys go in here. They don't even fit in here very well anymore. They're supposed to fit in the hole and they don't. See? Come out slightly. But overall, I think for a beginner's deck, this is actually, it helped me a lot. They're very clear images. They're very beautiful images. Simple, uniform. They were just too big because I have tiny hands. And that's just something I live with on the everyday. So if you see this deck and you want to buy it. You've seen all the cards. You know what, you'll know whether or not you desire it. I'm going to be keeping this and probably going to find a new box for the cards because they're too, this is too big, okay? I'm really glad that they made the box smaller. I'm going to put a picture of what the box looks like right up here so you can see it and see the difference. But this thing, this is too big. I mean, this is an A5 journal. Look how big that is. It's ridiculous. I think I've seen some decks that have boxes this big, but I don't find it practical to need to be this big. So if all you wanted to come here for was a review of this deck, honestly, I really loved this deck. It's very beautiful. The pictures are clear and easy to interpret. You had a very, very simple language in the guidebook if you wanted to use these meanings. Very beautiful, colorful pictures so that you could just look for it via color if you wanted to. And the book isn't that big, so you could easily throw this into your purse along with the deck if you wanted to. So I don't think I'm going to be using this deck again because just solely based on its size. It's not a deck that's for me anymore because I got tiny hands and I need to be able to feel like I actually shuffled them correctly. When I was looking online to find another deck of cards, I came across the Prisma Visions deck, but when I got it, this is not the deck. This is too small. I looked up the deck, the actual deck, because after I bought it, I thought it was kind of weird that it was so cheap to be as pretty as it is, and I looked up the name of I looked up the pictures, and I found out that it was the Prisma Visions. Yeah, there it says Prisma Visions Tarot, by James R. Reeds, and this is not an official version. The official cards I think are probably this big, maybe. I think they're about the same size as the other ones. Let me show you the size difference. This is the Ace. It's not shorter, but it is thinner. So it's not as wide as these ones. The width of the deck is kind of what bothers me, because this could almost be a square. Like just a little more and it's a square. So it's not comfortable to shuffle or to use. But if you have big hands, it'll work for you. These guys are not shuffled. I used them this morning. Just like the Prisma Visions, it has the silver edging. Oops. And they're small. They're about the size of playing cards. And yeah, they're not they're not official Prisma Visions. I got them off eBay, so they are knockoffs. I do plan on buying the official Prisma Vision cards one of these days, but for now, this is the deck I have and I'm using. So I'm sorry. I know it's bad form to buy knockoffs, especially when someone works so hard to make such beautiful cards. I don't want to do a full deck look through because that's not what this is about, but this is this is more or less the size cards that I can use comfortably. Probably a little longer, a smidge wider, but anything really much bigger than this, and I can't use it because of the size of my hands, and my hands aren't as dexterous as they used to be, so that's just things I have to live with nowadays. I do love the silver on the edges. It's very, very pretty. I kind of wish I had just bought a regular Rider White deck. Maybe I would have felt a little better about it. I'm planning on getting one of those as well, so I will be doing a review of those. And then when I do get the official Prisma Visions, I'm going to do a comparison between the knockoffs and the official. So these are the decks I'm using. This is the deck I'm using right now. I don't put it inside of its box because this is just a really ugly box. Honestly, this isn't even close to the box that the actual deck comes in. This is a regular old card box. So in conclusion, these cards are good if you're starting out in your tarot journey. I highly recommend these. This is upside down, and if it fits your hands, use it. If it calls to you, use it, pretty much. When I got these, I bought them because they called to me. I had never used tarot cards before. My dad had showed me how to do tarot, but with regular playing cards, and I had never used the major arcana before or been exposed to them. So throughout high school and into college, this was the deck that I was using, and it's a very good deck. So if you're looking for a deck with this kind of imagery, with this pastel palette, I highly recommend it. Just don't buy it if it comes in this big box, unless you like the big box. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about the art of tarot. It's been a good deck to me, and it's done some good. I wish I could take off the sticker, but I'm afraid of ruining the box. So here's the back of the box again, if you want to enjoy that. And I want to thank you so much for watching this video, reviewing and looking through the Art of Tarot 2001 edition. If I can get the newer edition so that we can compare the cards, I will, but until then, I just have this really old box that I got at a street sale. I remember that there was another deck with this one that was also in a pretty large box, but this was the one that called my attention, and I didn't buy the other one. I don't even remember how much I bought this for. That was a long time ago. So thank you so much for watching, and look forward to going back to our regular schedule next week. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a Bujo video or a tarot video next month. Probably a Bujo video, or maybe I'll mix both. We'll see. But I really want to start talking a little bit more about tarot, because it's something that I miss and I want to explore some more. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.